Hi Elflanes, it's Nico. And oh boy, has it already been a long week and it's only Wednesday. Oh boy. So Comic-Con is this week. That's a good thing. It's exciting. I'm happy. I gotta finish packing up stuff tomorrow. But a couple of things happened. And yes, I've picked my nail polish off a couple of fingers. My husband had a doctor's appointment yesterday, which was Tuesday. It's the beginning of going through tests and seeing if they can find anything that might be wrong with him, which is fine. He's at that time of his life where checkups should happen. And I went to the dentist with the intent on getting my wisdom tooth extracted by a plastic surgeon dental specialist that my dentist now uses to do wisdom teeth extractions and all of the other, really expensive things. The dentist specialist dude does not take insurance. A consultation just to be seen for less than 5 minutes, might I add, was $200. Number three, he ended up telling me what I wanted instead of me telling him what I wanted, because I told him that and he told me I was wrong. It was too much, and we literally walked out. Thank God for the dental tech assistant. I don't know what her name is, but thank God for her, because she literally saved me today. So I need to vent. Yes, this is Elvenspun news, because this actually has affected my work since my tooth is broken. So let me just vent a little bit, and then we'll get into more Elvenspun talking. I'm just getting set up. I'm holding the camera. I don't have a good place to put it. I have food here, my bag, and the rest of the room is set up for a birthday party, so I don't want to mess with that. I am at my husband's job. I don't know if I said that, but let's get into what happened today. They called our phone at noon and asked us to be there as soon as possible. That way I can be made as comfortable as possible quickly and get it taken care of so I wouldn't be panicking. That's amazing in theory. They know I have anxiety attacks. They know the dentist is a pretty darn big trigger for my anxiety. One of the triggers, but it's a pretty big one. So we got up. We were at the dentist at 2 o'clock, which was an hour and a half before my scheduled appointment. I was called to go into the back, and my husband took care of the $200 consultation fee while they brought me into the back room to sit down and wait for an hour and a half. He didn't even come back into the building until my appointment time of 3:30. Yeah, that's great. Have a girl with pretty darn bad anxiety just sit there doing her darndest, because I did my darndest to keep my stuff together. I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford to be put under for this extraction. I knew that. They had already told me the price. I'm just like, I knew I had to keep myself together, to keep my shiz put together. I just have the local anesthetic and whatever else, just like little needles, have it done, taken care of. I needed to stay calm. I was doing my darndest to keep myself in that zen-ish place. I was playing games on my phone. I was reading a book on my phone. I was just doing whatever I could to distract myself. So the dental assistant comes in. She goes over the prices, and the extraction was $350 after the $200 that we had already paid. The extraction procedure would be $350, and I don't even remember what it called, but whatever it was to put me under sedation, the sedation would cost $600 something just to be sedated, and $625, and this is very specific numbers. I know, because I typed them to my husband in a text message letting him know what I was being told. So I told the dental assistant I wouldn't be able to afford the sedation, and she said she totally understands. She needs to talk to the dentist because he prefers sedation Because of course he does. He makes a crap ton of money off of it. Sorry. And she'll be right back. So she told him, I heard him respond, and it wasn't like an angry response. I heard him respond, but she came back in and she said, he's gonna need to check your tooth. And I was just like, well, there goes the $200 because he'll actually see me. Maybe I'll be able to talk to him and stuff, no problem, right? He comes waltzing in, and this is gonna sound really shallow of me, but I was very angry. He does look like a typical California plastic surgeon. Tan, kind of overly buff without being bulging muscles, like very molded face. And he looked like he had more money than he knew what to do with, but he's obviously spending it. That might just be because I got angry at the end, but that was the impression I got from him. He did swagger in. And I really haven't seen somebody swagger before. He swaggered into the room, and he was nice. Said hi, shook his hand. He's like, I need to look inside your mouth and see what we're working with. I saw your x-rays. And I opened my mouth. He put the mirror in there. He stuck his finger. He tapped the broken tooth, and he said, listen, we're going to need to put you under sedation because nobody wants to be awake during this. And I was just like, I don't really mind being awake during it. And he's like, and we also have to do a root extraction. And he went on to explain that the root extraction was him surgically going in and pulling out my tooth by the roots because my tooth is broken. I know my tooth is broken. It is a quarter of a molar that is broken off. Exactly from the x-ray, it is 1/4 of my molar broken off. So there's 2/3 of a tooth that is quite large that he can actually pull. And I do have long roots. I know it might cause a problem. I know wisdom teeth are just finicky things. I get that. But my wisdom tooth here, there's definitely a wisdom tooth I got taken care of at this dentist's office. That was not by this guy, and it was much less expensive, and there was way less of a tooth, and I had an exposed root. It was way less to work with. They literally pulled it out, no problem. So I was just a little doubtful. And then I opened my mouth to say, I really don't want to have the sedation. And he said, listen, I'm going to tell you what you want. He said that to me, and I was just like, okay, I am not rude, especially to your face. I don't get snarky. I usually just shut down. I mostly cry. But I just kind of nodded to him, and the dental assistant behind him, her eyes literally went wide in terror and horror, and I'm sure she was a little bit embarrassed too. So he was going over what I wanted, and what he was going to do to me, which was the consultation was already taken care of. He already got his money for it. He saw me for less than 5 minutes. I was going to have my tooth extracted, a root extraction, and the sedation. And then he walked out of the room. And the dental assistant followed him, and she was just like, just wait a minute. I mean, she literally was whispering. She's so sweet. I love you. I don't even remember your name right now because I was crying so hard, but I love you. So she went out of the room and followed him, and I knew she was going to be coming back, and my eyes literally filled with tears, and I just started shaking and crying. I couldn't even fathom it. I was very upset and very crushed and very shocked and insulted even. But it was all of those feelings at once, and I lost it. All of my shiz that I was keeping together to be calm, to get through this thing, it was gone. They were shattered. The dental assistant came in, gave me a tissue, and she's like, I have a couple of things to tell you, but it's going to take a couple of minutes. And I was apologizing. I was trying to play it off, and I know I was failing. I was just scared. It was just the fear hitting me. But in my mind, I'm just like, that's $1,500. we do not have $1,500 for my teeth. That is insane. He doesn't accept insurance. This is why we have dental insurance that he doesn't accept. And my dentist the last week when we went to the visit, where she told me she couldn't do the molar extraction, even though she was a part of the last one, she had told us that everybody else that did molar extractions was booked through August and September. It's sore, it hurts. At least it's not an exposed root yet. It could be any day. It could be later tonight. I could just be eating my white rice and it just hit the tooth wrong, even though it's soft, because that's how the last part broke. Even more as I was eating a piece of very soft food. And it just broke more because it just hit the little piece of food right. So I lost it. I was just crying. I was quietly crying. There were tears going down my face. I'm sitting there trying to compose myself and failing. And all I could think was, we can't afford this. We can't. My husband and I were going to choke it up and pay for the consultation and pay for the extraction. That was the maximum we could afford. And this guy didn't give two shits about it. So the dental assistant came back in, and bless her soul, seriously, I love her. Bless her so much. She sat down and she was really calm. She gave me another tissue. I apologize. She's like, it's okay. Don't apologize. It's fine. We don't know your financial situation. Only you do. And only you can actually make that decision. She was being very empowering, quiet, so the dentist who was in the next room couldn't hear, and the specialist guy couldn't hear because he was down the hall. Bless her. And she was like, what we can do is we can have you and your husband go home and consider this option and think about it, and then you can, and she really lowered her voice to a very big whisper, and she told me a name of another office that I don't remember off the top of my head, haven't written down, and she's like, you can consult another practice and it should be a lot less, like $150 total. You have good insurance. This is the reason you have insurance. And I was just like, yes, that is. And I was just apologizing. She's like, it's okay. I'm going to get your husband back here. And we'll talk. And apparently I had been texting my husband while the dentist was there with what he was saying. Like every time he turned his back to look at the screen in my x-ray, that took 3 times to take. It's okay. The film was new film. I totally get that sometimes there's a problem with x-ray film. But holy crap. My husband, he didn't burst into the room, but he walked with quite a lot of purpose, and his voice got very deep, and he doesn't have a deep voice. And the dental assistant was like, I've talked to your wife, and I've told her some options. And he's like, yeah, we can't afford $1,500. And he was being very protective, and I was just like, sweetheart, it's okay. She's helping us. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. She's good. She's on our side. But I had been texting him the entire time, the prices, what he wanted, and what I want. He's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to leave? We can get up and leave. And was like, I can't do this. I want to. And the dental assistant after he had come in, and he looked at me, he's like, what do you want to do, Nicole? I'm like, I just want to go home. Even though I know I wasn't going home, I wanted to get in the car as close enough to home as I was going to get today. And she's like, it's okay. We'll take care of, I'll take care of the paperwork. We're just going to make this form that you signed for releasing of the work just disappear because you didn't get any of this done. The only thing that you had to pay for was the consultation, and I'm really sorry about that. And Kevin's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. She went up, she walked us up to the front desk, and she calmly told the ladies that I got really scared, and I just need a couple of days to consider this option and call and reschedule the appointment because I had a very bad panic attack, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it today. She took care of us. She covered our ass in my butt, and I appreciate her. I'd given her a hug back in the room before she let us up. I said thank you to everybody because the people behind the desk, the dental assistants, they are amazing, and they've always been amazing. I've gone to this dentist for almost 15 years, and it's only been this past 2 times now, because it's now been 2 visits, that I haven't been happy with the dentist. And today I was not happy with the freaking specialist. So Kevin got me to the car. Of course it was raining. He held my hand. He made sure we got in the car, and he's like, what do you want to eat today? You could have whatever you want. And I'm just like, I just want Chinese food, and I want white rice, and I just want to just stay near you for a little while. I know I can't go home. And I was going to meet my friend later in the evening. I just needed to calm down. And that's what we did. That's what happened today. I do not have my tooth extracted. I still have a little bit of pain. And I am really pissed at this dentist office. Not the office. The dentist and the freaking specialist. I am very pissed off. So, yeah. Sorry, Elflings. I had to share it. You guys deserve to know. You've dealt with my tooth being broken now for 3 weeks, maybe? And my slacky work ethic because of this. So you deserve to know what happened, and I'm sure somebody will find this vaguely entertaining. Alright, now back to the fun stuff. We have Comic-Con this weekend. Friday is setting up in 2 days. I am scared. I'm excited. I have a couple of pieces to put the finishing touches on, like the Sailor Moon pens. I got my acrylic gold paint pen, acrylic gold ink paint pen, gold paint. It's acrylic paint. It's a pen form. So yeah, I got that. I got the stuffing that I use for packing and stuff. We have everything moved out into the living room, and if I was home, I would show you everything, but I'm not. I still have to pack some things, finishing touches. We're gonna probably meet at 5 o'clock on Friday, set up everything, meet one of my other Elflings, Kelly and her daughter, and maybe her son. I don't know. I know Kelly and Kenley are gonna be there with their own booth. Margie is gonna be there sharing my area, and Lori's husband is gonna be there setting up their area, and we're just gonna set up stuff, and after we're done setting up, we're gonna go to Olive Garden and we're gonna eat. That's the plan. Hopefully it happens, but we're looking forward. Kevin and I are looking forward to Olive Garden. I'm really looking forward to their salad. I love their salad. Saturday will see me in a full Elvish outfit stylized thing. I'm not wearing my Elvenspun shirt this year at all. It was the plan until my husband said he wanted to cosplay both days, and I got excited. And I'm like, hells yeah, I'm cosplaying both days. Have 2 outfits. Very excited. Margie let me use some of her eye makeup because she had some eyeshadow colors that I didn't. I get to play with those, do a second eye look for Sunday, and I'm excited. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm going to try to get lots of video. I'm going to try to do a live feed. We'll see what happens. I can't promise. I'm very bad at that, because when it opens and people start arriving at the table, I am just focused on the person in front of me. So everything else just kind of goes out the window. I can't wait. I am so excited. My husband has ear tips that are coming in. They should be at the house tonight. Oh, it's gonna be fun. And it's gonna be nice to do this without, being sore, healing from surgery. I got to eat and enjoy today without being sore. I did bring, I'll show you, I brought my Squishmallow pillow. Oliver, I brought him because I figured, I was gonna have my tooth worked on and I was gonna need to lie my head down. I brought him, he's very soft. I have a book, I have 3 books on my phone. It's a trilogy to read. And after I didn't get the thing done, I got a coffee flavored beverage. It says it's a coffee beverage. It's so funny because it doesn't say it's coffee, but anyway, I got one of those. It was good. I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the evening. It's pretty late. And tomorrow I'll do the finishing touches, pack everything up. Friday, we're packing the car up. Kevin has already prepped the car, put the seats down, has it in con mode, because we do have a con mode for our car. And he'll be packing our car Friday afternoon, and Friday evening at 5, we should be at the Hilton in Ocala setting up for my 3rd year of Comic-Con. Yep, no, maybe. 1, 2, I don't know. It might be my 4th year. It depends on how many years the con has happened. If it's year 5 for Comic-Con, I've been there for 4 years. If it's year 4 for Comic-Con, I've been there for 3 years. I've been there for 1 year less than it started. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the little kids. I'm excited to see everybody, dressed and not dressed. I love talking to everybody. I love interacting with the kids. It's one of my favorites. So, hopefully I'll be able to get some cute outfit pictures for you guys of me and my husband, and probably Lori, because I think Lori's dressing up both days too. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I hope to get a lot of pictures of people walking by, and I hope it's hella busy. I hope it is mega busy and jam-packed this year, because that would be perfect. And one of my favorite artists, Stanley Morrison, is going to be there. I'm going to see him for the 2nd time. I love him. I love his work. Oh my god, and he's so nice. I can't wait to see him again. I'm so happy he came back to Ocala. And it's a 20-minute video, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna eat my food, because I just took it out of the fridge before I started this, and it was really cold, and I didn't heat it up in a microwave. I don't mind cold Chinese food, it's fine. But now it's probably like getting to be room temperature, so I'm gonna eat it. It looks delicious. I love you guys. And I'm sorry for my dentist story rant thing, but seriously, screw that guy. Screw that guy and the horse he rode in on. Not the horse. I like horses. You know what I mean. It was not a good thing. I really feel insulted and like I was trying to be taken advantage of. My husband feels the same way. So, it was a bad day, but it ended up being a good day, and this weekend's gonna freaking rock. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Yeah, missing polish on that nail too. Bye.